real shook. My big fat got all them boys cook. We're from dollar bills and I be popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance. Like, hey, flexing on the gram like, hey, hit that Lil Jon, okay. Oh yeah, we dripping and finesse and getting paid.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Yeah, I know we'll turn heads forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you off. When I walk with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blaming all my confidence. I'm blaming all your measurements. Shut down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know it. Now slow.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And
I miss you too,
and I'm
Ernie.
really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Yeah, me too. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Brooklyn Nets in their house, Barclays Center. And for Brooklyn, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. Here in the early part of the season, Kenny, we've already seen a few teams outperform expectations. What can they do to keep rolling?
Just keep playing to your strengths, and you never let up. You can't change what you're doing now. It's working.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
And to add on to what my good friend Kenny is saying,
Am I not your friend?
But you didn't say anything.
Yes,
Kenny
I did.
Said something. All right. Anyway, can't get overconfident like you're doing right now. Even though you're winning, you keep looking for things that you can do better.
Yeah.
And you are my good friend, Ernie. I love
Oh,
you.
thanks, Shaq. Now, let's send it over to Kevin Harlan.
But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Toronto Raptors taking on the Brooklyn Nets. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, whether it's jilted fans in Utah or a player's feelings after an unwanted trade, we always hear that saying, there's no loyalty in sports. But is there any room for nuance? The league's a business and a competition, and in any competition, there are winners and losers. Guys?
Great stuff, David. Thank you. So much excitement as we tip off the season. Steve, as a player, did you get butterflies on opening night?
You know, Kevin, I remember my rookie year, that first game. We were playing the New York Knicks, led by Patrick Ewing. I mean, the butterflies were flying. And even in my last season, the 14th season, the butterflies were the same. It's something about opening night. It's just special, and no matter whether you're a rookie or within in the league 14, 15 years, those butterflies still kick in.
And it tells me you love the game, Steve, even as much your last season as you did in your first season.
And I think it also, Kevin, to add to that, you respect your opponent, even in year 14, 15.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
The drive by Russell. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And happy to take it up inside. You see Russell under control and in charge.
Now here's Green. Tight defense on him. Inside. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Allen. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Hollis Jefferson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And a late reaction by the defense makes that one a no contest.
You know, he got out before people could turn their heads, and he's already gone with no hesitation.
At times in his career, Ibaka has looked out of control when forced to finish through defenders. That time keeps his poise and reaps the benefits.
Serge Ibaka, known for his defense since he came into the league, still a very capable shot blocker. He has good strength, and he can guard post players much bigger than him.
One shot behind the lanes.
The free throw drops for Ibaka. Well, with Ibaka, it's the toughness. He's definitely a scrapper for the team.
And that role goes beyond just banging bodies down low. He'll get into the face of opposing players, and he can get in their heads as well. It's just part of the role that he plays for this team.
Here's Lowry, following the bucket by the Nets. Leonard, no luck. There's Hollis Jefferson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. The Nets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good.
Last season, Toronto had a very mixed season, to say the least. Franchise record 59 wins and the top seed in the East. It all came crashing down as they were swept out of the playoffs by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Good on the second free throw. And for the Raptors last season, Steve, it was the ultimate letdown, wasn't it, to have the season end like it did against Cleveland?
Sure was. The team kept insisting things were different last year, and this was their time. Wasn't the case at all. They fell again to the Cavaliers. It was a big disappointment. They looked to shake things up this past offseason.
Valanciunas inside. Working on Allen. Valanciunas, good.
And Valanciunas just shrugging off the contact there to finish the play.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. Lowry passes to Leonard. Shoots over Carroll. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Russell, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, and with this increased aggressiveness offensively, Russell shooting more and more free throws.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And as for last season, he was a 74% shooter at the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. For Toronto, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Valanciunas. A very nice season for him last year. 8th in field goal percentage, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense.
Yeah, with the size and quick shot release, Russell a tough cover from mid-range.
Back to Lowry. And that one is off. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Ahead is Hollis Jefferson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Hollis Jefferson's got 9.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
And Lowry gets double-teamed. Ibaka dishes to Leonard. Shoots the 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
A multi-talented scorer with range. You want to get Leonard as many touches as possible. How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
And Ibaka slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Raptors trail by 4. To the inside. And Ibaka slams it in.
Kyle Lowry with great vision and court awareness on that play. What a pass.
Here's Russell. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Green. The Raptors have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Nets have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Crab, good.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Green. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Catch and shoot. This is where Danny Green makes his money.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Ibaka with some nice D.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
The Nets with the lead. Here's Russell. Here's Allen. Rebound by the Raptors.
And on some plays, everything goes your way except for the finish.
And there's the pass to Green. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Got a piece of it. And they'll keep possession. Allen against Valanciunas. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Here's Lowry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Poked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
That's his second personal foul.
And here are the Raptors now. It's a 3-point game. Here's Valanciunas. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, Smitty, we saw with Jonas Valanciunas, the Lithuanian big man, shooting more threes last season.
Valanciunas saw all the other centers in this league add a three-pointer and wanted in on the action as well. Only took about 1 a game, but he shot over 40%.
And the first one drops.
The 5th overall pick in the draft back in 2011, Valanciunas has added wrinkles to his game every year since.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Baseline J on the way. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And still growing, still learning, but the signs of becoming a top-flight scorer are there for D'Angelo Russell.
Now here is Lowry. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. No good from Valanciunas. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and he dunks it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Raptors trail by 5. And Lowry gets double-teamed to the paint. It's deflected.
You could just see the reach that Carroll has on that defensive play. Nice block.
Russell with it. Now Green defending, and it goes down 2 points. And it's 9 points for D'Angelo Russell.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Screen by Ibaka. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Rebound, Brooklyn.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. It's stolen by Carroll. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Hey, Smitty, with Serge Ibaka, you can bet when the games matter the most, he's going to be locked in.
Yeah, he can be inconsistent during the regular season, but he has another gear he can shift to in the playoffs, and they need that from him. He gives you intensity on both ends, and he can stretch the floor.
Free throw good. Serge Ibaka.
Oh, from the Republic of Congo, Serge Ibaka to Kembe Mutombo and Bismack Biyombo. A lot of big man talent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Ed Davis is checked in for Allen. Fareed comes in for Hollis Jefferson. LeVert's checked in for Damari Carroll. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Crabbe. Both good from the line that time. Steve, you were kind of a positionless player when you played 6'8", highly skilled. Talk about some of the guys who really fit that bill in today's game.
I think guys like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum does a fantastic job. Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, he's done a nice job. Gordon Hayward. Those are the guys that are 6'8", 6'7", can do a lot of different things at that position. One of the best also at that position, Andre Iguodala, to be able to switch out on offense and also play different positions on the offensive end.
Excellent list.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
The Raptors shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. Harris is checked in for Russell. The Raptors also changing it up. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Ibaka. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. And so he hits both. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 14-6 run. Anunoby kicks to VanVleet. Down low. Puts it up from 12. Anunoby. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Dinwiddie. Offensive rebound, Nets. The shot's good from Fareed.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Powell, the pass to Anunoby. And the wide open shot from Miles. That 3 off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 9. Here's Harris. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Raptors trail by 11. Inside, here's Anunoby, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Raptors.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long three. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
That free throw, no good.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
And the second free throw, good. Raptors trail by 10. Powell kicks to Van Vliet. Here's Miles. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Miles has got his first points of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Harris inside. Left side, Davis. Ball stolen. Here's Van Vliet. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Steve, when you look back at your career, which years do you remember playing your best brand of basketball?
You know, I think obviously when you're younger, you feel like you have more of an impact with your skill level to go along with your athleticism. I think my best run was about a 5 or 6 year run when I was playing with the Atlanta Hawks and the Portland Trail Blazers. Those two teams, I think I had my best run.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one.
When you watch Anunoby play, he does so much well. Makes his teammates better. Not easy to do as a young wing player. He's a fantastic passer and does a very good job of reading the play.
Well, with Anunoby, so much of his impact, Steve, doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah, that passing from the wing is what will set OG Anunoby apart in his career. Already a strong defender. Doesn't need to touch the ball to impact the game.
The free throw drops for Powell. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Dinwiddie. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Dinwiddie's got his second basket of the game. Here's Van Vliet. Here's the screen from deep, Miles. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Fareed. Here's Van Vliet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Nets leading by 5 to the left wing. A nice shot by LeVert.
The defense is pretty much helpless once he finds breathing room to get to the basket.
Van Vliet kicks to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
The Nets have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
It's Miles on the wing. Here's Van Vliet. Makes it off the glass. Van Vliet's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Davis missing. Raptors trail by 5. 1:12 left to play in the first quarter. Siakam, good.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth. Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Here's Miles. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Miles has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Keeps it alive. Here's Fareed. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Nets lead by 5. Van Vliet kicks to Miles. Connects from three-point range. Miles has got his third basket of the night right there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Powell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
The first one falls. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for the Raptors. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Dinwiddie. He has 6. Powell with the steal. pass to Siakam. Here's Anunoby. Fires the three. And Davis pulls it down. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Harris. Misses from close range. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Coming to the Brooklyn Nets in 2017, Allen Crabbe saw the opportunity.
Being a Net for me, man, is just great. You know, it's good for my future. It's good for my career. I think they did whatever they had to do in order to get me. So why wouldn't you want to play for an organization like that, man?
Clearly, this team values Crabbe, and Greg, what he gives them.
And no question, Crabbe is a floor spacer who also defends at a high level, a versatile player.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Fun to watch. They give you no time to set up on defense, and we see that reflected in the score.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Raptors 5 right now. Powell is out there with Wright. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. And stolen by Wright. Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely to the inside. Misses from close range. The Nets with the lead. From the top of the key. And Davis with the basket on the assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight. And for the Raptors, they're shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. It's stolen by Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Powell. 8 points for him.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Passes to Davis. And he overshot that one, missing. Raptors trail by 4. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. He goes up again, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call, Brooklyn the foul. Steve, obviously schemes evolve on both sides of the ball. Talk about some of the biggest changes that you have seen defensively since you were playing.
I think the one, Kevin, that sticks out right now, so many teams now are comfortable and are able to switch 1 through 5. You kind of switch 1 and 2s and 4 and 5s. Now you see point guards are switching on centers. And then I think also defensively right now, you see a lot of teams right now influencing guys to drive the basketball to their opposite hands. Back when we played, we kind of just played a guy straight up and then let the defense rotate, and you were in full rotation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Davis. Damari Carroll comes in for Harris. And it's Allen Crabbe in for LeVert. And then for Toronto, Kawhi Leonard's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Green in for Powell. And so he makes both from the line. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Carroll passes to Fareed. And that one, good. Fareed's got 11.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Leonard, the 3, trains the three-pointer.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Carroll kicks to Fareed. The Nets working the ball around now. 2 points, that one goes. Allen's got his second basket of the game. Here's Wright. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Carroll, how he did last season. Averaged about 13 points a game last season, 6 rebounds and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
So for the Nets, Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Reed. And it's Russell in for Dinwiddie. And then for Toronto, Ibaka comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Kyle Lowry in for C.J. Miles. And Russell gets it to go.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Unloads from 9. A putback, and Ibaka is right there. 13 points in the game.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
And that one's good. Russell.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Lowry against Russell. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Toronto making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Off the inbound, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Jonas Valanciunas, the big fella, dominating in the paint.
Here's Russell. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Raptors trail by 4. He dishes it to Lowry. Drops in the layup for 2.
Lowry showing how crafty he can be with that hoop inside.
The Nets have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Russell. The shot comes out, and it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Lowry, good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade, now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
And we'll get a look here at where the shots have been coming from for him.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
And the shot goes down. And that's 18 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Got that one up quick. Lowry's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Raptors.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And yes, it's good.
Assertive in the painted area. This is what every coach preaches.
Pass to Valanciunas. Nobody near Leonard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
Crab, no good. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Green passes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Having a tremendous game here. Ibaka's been on fire, and the defense has failed to adjust.
Allen, that's good.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
The Toronto, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line. So we'll see D'Angelo Russell go to the line here. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. For Brooklyn, they have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw, no good for Russell. Toronto's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Lowry can't get it to go. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Hollis Jefferson, good.
Already one of the league's more creative assist men. Russell making people around him better.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Green in the post. He's guarded by Cram. Valanciunas, good. Brooklyn with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Russell, and it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now, here's Lowry. 8 points for him. Here's Leonard, and it falls over the rim and in. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And he lays it up and in. That's now 26 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Lowry against Russell. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Makes it off the glass. Russell's got 28.
Monster night, and what's scary, Russell's built for many more of these.
Russell against Lowry. Leonard on the wing. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And that game against the Pacers, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
The first one falls. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Danny Green. Good on both. Raptors trail by 6. The pass to Valanciunas over Allen. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Toronto's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. VanVleet passes to Leonard. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. And Allen with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And the Nets making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Here's Leonard. 8 points for him. Shoots over Carroll. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Leonard.
I mean, a great job working off the screen. Kawhi is as smooth as silk.
Russell misses off the right iron. Toronto's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Here's Van Vliet. Misses the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And checking out some numbers for Lowry. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 16 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
First free throw is good. So for the Nets, Davis is checked in for Allen. Fareed comes in for Hollis Jefferson, and Harris subbed in for Damari Carroll. OG Anunoby's checked in for Toronto. Norman Powell comes in for Kyle Lowry. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And here is Powell. 8 points for him. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Here's Van Vliet. Rebound, Brooklyn. Davis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Fareed. That shot is off. Great D that time from Leonard. Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet, and Fareed comes to help. Feeds to Leonard. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch. From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And Fred Van Vliet, the Wichita State product, took some time getting into the NBA, but my goodness, is he a factor now for this team.
You know, I love the way Van Vliet can create space with his movement and getting into a defender. Great at reading a defense and finding the right play. He thinks several steps ahead of the play when he's on the floor.
Screened by Ibaka. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. He kicks to Leonard.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
When you think back to 2014, Kawhi was named an All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP, broke out as a true superstar.
First one falls for him. Smitty, as you were saying about Leonard, only 2 other players in league history had obtained all 3 of those honors in a single season.
And those other 2, Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon, have been the only ones to do it. But Leonard did it at a very young age. Maybe the most amazing thing, Leonard still just entering his prime.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Lets it go from the wing. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Van Vliet. Leonard a good look. And Davis pulls it down.
Lazy defense against a good score. Turns out not to matter.
Here's Fareed. Let's keep it alive. And that one is good. 8 points for Ed Davis.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Dinwiddie. No good from outside. Raptors trail by 5. Fast break Toronto. Here's Leonard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Leonard's got 16 points.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. Misses in close. Brooklyn leading by 3. And Davis, here we go. And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 10.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
They set the screen. Leonard the pass to Siakam. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And he makes the first.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Some changes for Toronto. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard, and it's DeLon Wright in for Norman Powell. Both good from the line that time. 27 seconds left in the first half. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 8. That shot off. Out left to the wing. 14 feet away. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Anunoby.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Van Vliet kicks to Miles. Can't tie it up as that one misses. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for Brooklyn. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him. And I think there's more where that came from. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Brooklyn came out looking very confident. During one stretch, they were leading by as many as 11, really playing as a unit. By the end of the first quarter, they ended up with a 9-point margin. Anyone's game throughout the second quarter, but they gained some ground and now hold a 3-point lead at the half. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Way too many turnovers, Ernie. I understand pushing the action, trying to make things happen, but you gotta be under control. Forced turnovers are one thing. Being completely careless is another. At least they have another half of basketball to improve.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Russell and Crabbe are in the backcourt together. Davis is out there with Allen, and it's Carroll in at the 3 slot. So that's the Nets 5.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammate. And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Ed Davis.
For your Nets, Rondé Hollis-Jefferson.
Lowry with the ball, and Allen picks him up defensively. Over in the corner, Green. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 7th assist here tonight.
I love the elevation Danny Green gets on his jumper. Makes him tough to defend from distance.
Now here's Crabbe. And the layup's good off the glass. Crabbe's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Leonard draws the double, and Siakam has it in the corner. 6 to shoot for the lead. They grab their own miss. It's deflected. Carroll with it, looking for his first basket still in this one. And that one drops for him.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Down low. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
The offensive rebound. Allen, that's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Raptors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And stolen by Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
How about the D there by Russell? Just using that 6'9" wingspan to jack the ball loose, then kicks it up off the fast break.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 18. Left side Lowry. There's the triple. No good on the shot. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. They've led by as many. Oh!
Yes! Yes!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
The aggressive side of Serge coming through as Serge himself at the rim.
Russell misses off the left iron. Raptors trail by 6. From the arc. The shot by Lowry, no good. Here's Russell. That's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
And checking out some stats for D'Angelo Russell. Some last season stats for him. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And no secret, he can score the ball. #1 on the team last year.
He loves being the go-to guy. You can see it in his swagger. And boy, he sure lit it up last season.
Inside, stolen by Allen. Carroll passes to Hollis-Jefferson. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Hollis-Jefferson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Raptors trail by 8. There's the feed to Leonard. Stolen by Allen, and they're running. Finish off the break. Hollis-Jefferson's got 29.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
Toronto calls timeout.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Ibaka.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
To the middle. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Green.
That's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
Well, Smitty, when it comes to Danny Green, this guy's got a lot of courage. We know that. The man lives with 2 enormous boa constrictors.
Jade and Lightning, those are their names. He's had Jade since his days at North Carolina. Said that given his busy schedule, snakes were just a lot easier to take care of than other pets.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it. He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 15.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Toronto's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Out to Ibaka. They need this. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen outside. Over Valanciunas. And that one hits back iron. Raptors trail by 15. Now Leonard. He's got 18. On the wing, Green. To the paint. Clock at 6. No good from Valanciunas. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. The Raptors shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Lowry kicks to Leonard. Raptors moving the ball around, and that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
The Nets making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. Here's Valanciunas. 10 points for him. Leonard draws the double. Tipped away. Allen dishes to Russell. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. They'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics.
And you know for that Hornets matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire. It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Kenneth Farid's checked in for the Nets. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Toronto. DeLon Wright comes in for Green to stop the drought. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
You know, easier said than done. What they need to do is string together some positive plays, try to turn the tide.
So it's Toronto now, trailing by 19. Lowry kicks to Wright. Pass to Miles. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. Passes it to Wright. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Raptors trail by 17. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And yes, it's good.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on one of them.
It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Anunoby, he's checked in for the Raptors. Fred VanVleet comes in for Kyle Lowry.
OG Anunoby.
Poked loose, and so the ball is out of bounds. Miles touched it last. Here's Allen. And it comes off the front of the rim. Raptors trail by 15. It's stolen by Carroll. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Remains Brooklyn ball.
Here's Carroll. Puts it up off the inbound. Buries the jump shot. Carroll's got his second basket of the night.
Nice little in-between shot there from Carroll. He feels comfortable in the mid-range.
Right, the pass to Anunoby. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. Nets leading by 15. Here's Russell, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Three-pointer. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's VanVleet. It's Miles on the wing. Back to VanVleet. And he comes up with the deuce. VanVleet's got his second basket of the game.
And when he gets the ball that deep, not much you can do to stop him.
He knows what he's good at. Gets the position he wants, then with the tools to finish.
And just showing great vision there. Russell surveys the floor and whips it to the open man.
VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. Pass to Miles. Down low. And Wright gets it to go on the assist from Miles. Miles has got 3 assists in the game. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
So for the Nets, Davis is checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Damari Carroll. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Russell. Brooklyn leading by 15. Here's Davis. Nice D from Valanciunas. Right outside. There's the pass to Van Vliet. Here's Anunoby, guarded by Harris. Here's Miles. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Harris. The second chance effort. Here's Fareed. And finally they hit one. Fareed's got 13.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
And he's not going to back off. Even with that big lead, he's going to get more motivated to keep stretching out their lead.
It's Davis with the drop. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Shooting for Brooklyn. Ed Davis. 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
He's off on the first. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Good on the second free throw. Raptors trail by 18. To the left side wing. A wide open look here for Wright. Drains it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
Further proof that you can't leave anyone in this league that wide open.
The Raptors shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. From deep, Miles. Rebounded by the Nets. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. There's the 3. No good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. 1:22 left to play in the third. Siakam.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Harris, right side. Here's Fareed. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Anunoby, good.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
Nets leading by 13. Here's LeVert. And it's Miles with the rebound. Toronto shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Knocked away.
Brooklyn foul call.
The Raptors making a switch here. Powell's checked in.
Personal foul. Raptors substitution. Norman Powell.
And here's Miles outside. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
That's his first.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
One shot. One shot.
Raptors trail by 16. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. And here's Miles outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
He's hit a rough patch this quarter. He's trying to
18.
Bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think he would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nets lead by 18. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Nets leading by 18. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got C.J. Miles, Anunoby out there with Powell, and it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. And the Raptors also making a change. Leonard, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. Outside Leonard to the inside. Here's Anunoby. Off target from three-point range.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Picked them clean. In transition, here come the Nets.
Oh! Yes. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Toronto shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Poked away. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
When you have a huge lead, it's easy to get sloppy on offense. They haven't fallen into that trap.
Here's Van Vliet. Here's Leonard. Pass to Powell. Here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Crabbe. Fades back. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Dinwiddie, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, the pace, the big plays they're making, this is a statement run right here.
Hard to remember the last time they've missed. These guys are having fun right now.
Anunoby passes to Siakam. To the paint, and so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. The Nets making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. Green, he's checked in for Toronto. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Van Vliet. Not enough on that one as it misses. And here are the Nets. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Green kicks to Van Vliet. Steve, do you think the NBA is heading to a place where ideal lineups will have 5 capable playmakers on the floor, like a more of a positionless game?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. I think right now teams are trying to find a guy that's 6'7", 6'8", that defensively can play guys that are larger, and then on offensive end, somewhat a la Draymond Green, can run point guard for you. So I think right now that's the size and skill set people are looking forward to.
Wait a minute, you just described yourself.
The only difference was we had guys that were 7'2", 7'3", 350, so I had to play the guard position. And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush, there's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Now first the dipset split up, then the Zillia Banks leave Twitter, and now you hating no nickel. I just been the same stand-up since the day I came in this game, and I just come in here to stay till I'm crippled. I'm a combination of Kane, G-Rap, Reggie Noble, and James, who still has a shot.
Monroe's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now here's Powell. Carroll covering. Green, no luck. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Dudley. Here's Carroll, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto.
DeMarre Carroll doesn't get to the line a terrible amount of times for a wing player, but you know what you like about him? When he gets there, he can convert them.
Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think a player should speak up. I think in all, all our 4 major sports, and in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech. You should be allowed to speak up on issues.
And he knocks down the first one. Carroll hits them both.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Van Vliet passes to Monroe. Powell for 3, hits the three-point bomb. The Nets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Second chance shot. That's good on the jump shot.
Nice job from Carroll there to get his hands up and be ready for that shot.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And here comes the break. The shot from the low post is good. Carroll's got 6 points in the quarter.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
To the paint, here's Powell, and the layup's good off the glass.
That was a great pass once the double team came over. He hit the wide open man perfectly.
Down low, cuts off the pass. Fast break, Toronto. Kicks to Green. Passes it to Van Vliet. Here's Monroe. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Dudley, no luck.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
And Davis pulls it down.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
Shot on the wing. Here's Napier. That's tipped. Now here's Green. All sorts of time. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
He really looks composed shooting the ball this half. Much more consistent, hitting a much higher percentage.
And the mentality that we're seeing from Carroll, even a spot-up guy needs to seize those opportunities.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Powell, that's good.
Delivering these passes in tight quarters, that's tricky.
Here's Dudley. It doesn't go for him. And Toronto will come the other way.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. Oh, wow.
Watch your head. That's a beautiful jam.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. There's only the Basketball Hall of Fame that is shared among all basketball organizations, Steve. Do you think there should be an NBA Hall of Fame?
You know, Kevin, I do. I mean, I love the way we've done it, and obviously it's been successful. But, you know, the Basketball Hall of Fame is your entire body of work. And I think sometimes we don't understand that that's from high school, college level into the NBA. Whereas, you know, there's some guys are making it because of that, and there's some guys getting slighted because of that. So I do think one day we should just have the NBA Hall of Fame, just like the NFL.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Monroe. Ibaka comes in for Pascal Siakam. Leonard, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Lowry in for Fred VanVleet. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
One shot.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Here's Valanciunas. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
Here's Russell. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Lowry can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 22. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Offline with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Ibaka. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
With a hand in his face, Ibaka able to maintain concentration and deliver the goods.
Russell with it. Lowry picks him up. Russell with the bucket.
Playing big, willing to go toe-to-toe against the guy who towers over him.
And did you see the separation he got? It's an art, creating that kind of space.
And you don't need the big play. Right now, you just need the smart one.
This is what desperation can do. You start to play outside of yourself, making a bad situation worse.
Releases from the wing and drills it. Russell's got 49 points in the game.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Shoots over Carroll. The rebound by the Nets. Carroll's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Hollis Jefferson.
Woo! Love it, love it.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. It's stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Hollis Jefferson's got 43 points.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
And Lowry gets double-teamed to the wing on the left. To the paint. Will it go? And Ibaka slams it in.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
There's Crabbe with the 3. Rebound by Kyle Lowry. And for the Raptors, they're shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. Out to the wing. Here's Ibaka. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
It's good. That's 10 points for Allen.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
You know, I wonder, where's the passion? You can't afford a no-show here on the defensive glass.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Russell, another one goes. Incredible. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Toronto's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Brooklyn making some changes. Fareed's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Harris comes in for Damari Carroll. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Crabbe. And then for Toronto, C.J. Miles. He's checked in for Leonard. Norman Powell comes in for Danny Green. And it's DeLon Wright in for Kyle Lowry. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
Valanciunas against Allen. And Wright gets it to go on the assist from Valanciunas.
Valanciunas is a very solid passer at his position, knows how to find the open man.
Deep 2 from Russell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Raptors on defense. Allen's shot is off. Miles with it. Picked up by Harris. Miles the pass to Powell. And Fareed kicks to Dinwiddie. He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Pass to Powell. Screened by Valanciunas. Powell dishes to Wright. The pass to Valanciunas. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, you know that Valanciunas has the potential to go off, and he's doing it here.
There's Russell with the 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 7 rebounds in the game.
2 minutes.
Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Assisted.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And having added strength to his wiry frame, Russell able to convert through contact there and draw the foul.
Well, we're always talking now about the modern super teams, whether they're a good thing or they're bad for the game. But the counter is that we've always had super teams at one time or another. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think we've always had super teams, Kevin. You look back at the Lakers with Magic and Kareem and Worthy. Those are kind of like a big 3. And you look at the Celtics back in the day with McHale, Bird, Parrish, those guys. I think right now what you're looking at is we haven't seen where MVPs go join other MVPs. That's where it's been the change right now. Now you're seeing the super teams. That's why I think it's changed.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Toronto. Jonas Valanciunas. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. From 15 feet away, and it's Toronto with the rebound. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. And Miles kicks to right, to the middle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for D'Angelo Russell.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Powell for three. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Another triple. And that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
And you got to like that they are competing all the way through. Try and maybe build some momentum going into the next one.
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're up by 22. 46 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, D'Angelo Russell.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Here's Fareed, and the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
And that one's good, right?
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession, just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
The shot's good from Fareed.
And this is the kind of deficit it would take a miracle to overcome.
I think this hometown crowd agrees with you. They are fired up about it.
No one covering.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
Eight seconds left to play here in the fourth. Inside. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and together just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.